Today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Twitch panels. You guys have been asking me quite a lot recently how I've made my Twitch panels look very sleek, modern, and how they just stand out in general. Let's actually just talk about the Twitch panel as a whole thing for just 1 second. One thing I see a lot of streamers do, and by all means guys, before I go into this, I'm no pro and I'm no big streamer, but I feel like what I'm about to say here, a lot of people will agree with me. Your Twitch profile is literally like a mini website slash marketing board for yourself. As soon as a viewer, while you're offline as well as online, comes to your stream, you've got about 3 to 5 seconds for them to look at your channel and go, wow, this looks good. If your Twitch panels and your about page and your channel page don't look exciting, that kind of bleeds onto your own personality, because that's what people go for nowadays. If people don't like to look at your page, they're not really going to click your videos to want to watch what you're like. So if you've got something that's punchy, eye-popping, it stands out, people are going to be like, oh, cool, these look really badass. Let's click the channel. Let's see what we got. Let's see what else is on here. You know what I mean? That's kind of what you want to aim for here. So with the Twitch panels, you want to make sure that, yes, they're not too much, because sometimes less is more. But at the same time, you want to make sure that what you do on those Twitch panels, they stand out enough where people literally go, wow, I like those. So before we go into today's video, folks, I do want to make one quick shout out for one particular streamer, because I feel like it's important that people get credit for where it's deserved. And that's Sam Woodhall. He is the graphic designer slash editor for the Alpha Gaming channel. All of my ideas, pretty much, that I get for my streams where I design myself, don't really come from my own ideas per se. I'm no pro at editing, and I need a lot of help because it's something I've sort of taught myself over the last 8 months. And with Sam's streams and his YouTube channel, honestly, I probably wouldn't be here today with my designs as I am. So a massive thank you to him. And if you haven't checked out his streams or his YouTube channel, I am going to put his links in the description box below so you can go check them out. Because honestly, if you guys are really looking out there to sort of take your editing and designing to the next level using different softwares like Affinity Designer, which is the one that we're going to use today, or Adobe Pro or Illustrator or Film Cut Pro, I believe it is on the Mac. He's got all these videos that literally are just, when you're looking for a video that's just, you get like a 30-minute video, but you cut it in half and you get the important parts in, and that's what he is. It's straight to the point. You don't have to worry about flicking through and finding what the important parts are. He's straight to the point with the videos, and it's really good content. So Sam, if you're watching this, big shout out to you, dude, and I hope you approve of the video. And let's crack on with my stuff, I guess, now. So without further ado, guys, let's go over to the recording scene, and let me show you how I actually made these Twitch panels, and let's see if I can not make an embarrassment of myself. So this is Affinity Designer. Now, you guys won't be presented with this page when you actually open up the client software itself. You guys are going to have to actually open up the artboard, which is very important because artboards are a very clever way to actually get many designs on one page. So it's all in one location, and you haven't got to click different files. So let me just show you what my artboard really looks like. So this is actually my branding of my artboard. So all my things are on one page, from my webcam overlays to my YouTube banners, to all the pictures over here. This is actually what we're going to be doing today, the Twitch panels. So all the pictures I designed, yes, there's my ugly mug. And all these pictures I designed are going to be used for the Twitch panels that you see right here. Don't they look smart? This is what we're going to learn to do today. Hopefully it won't take us too long, and let's see if I can actually do this correctly, because like I said, this is my first time doing something like this. It's going to be quite interesting how this is going to turn out. I'm going to look back and edit this and think, oh my god, you look an absolute tool. You actually look a tool. So without further ado, to make your first artboard, guys, you need to go to File up here and click New. And then when you get to this page, you're going to scroll all the way down, and this is the one that I use. Go to FHD 1080p and go for the 1920 by 1080. Now, before you click Create on the side here, guys, make sure that your page width and the page height is correct. Make sure that you've actually clicked the artboard, otherwise you're not going to be able to create the artboard that you just saw that I've got. And make sure you've got transparent background. Transparent background is very important because that's actually the PNG format. So when you upload your panels to Twitch, so whatever you've designed, you're not going to have like a black or white border behind it that will make your Twitch panel stand out against the Twitch background already. You want a PNG so it just fits on the page, whatever you've designed. If you don't know what PNG is, I don't actually know what it stands for. I'm actually going to... So it means Portable Network Graphics. There we go. I did actually know that, but I just forgot it. Maybe. So make your artboard, guys, and click Create. And then you're going to be sent to this page here. So let me just get rid of this one that I actually already had up. So with your artboard, guys, you can actually press Control and minus on the keyboard, and you can zoom in and zoom out. So if we go up here, guys, and click the artboard tool, you're going to drag and click an artboard. Just make a box for now, because you can actually change the dimensions on the right over here. Now, when it's your Twitch panel, you've got to remember, guys, the dimensions are set in stone for the width, but you can play around with the height a little bit. So if you were to make a Twitch panel with, let's just say, a width of 1536, whatever you design, it will be scaled down to 320 on the width. The height, you can play around a little bit. I'm not actually too sure what the height can go to, but today we're going to be playing around with 320 by 500. So if we actually click the artboard, let's just give it a name over here. So right click and click rename. Actually, sorry, just double click on it, and then that's how you get to rename it. Click on that, and let's just call it Twitch Panel Discord. I'm going to make the Discord one over here, and I'm going to show you how you can really like make all the others quite easily once you've made one. So let's click on Twitch Panel Discord little here, and let's just do 320 tab by 500. So this here is going to be the basic shape of your Twitch panel, guys. All right. Now, obviously, when you look at my Twitch panels, you see that I've got a curved design. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move that over there, because I've got OCD and I liked it to be in over there. And if you could just, if you guys want to know how I do that snapping manager thing, so you see that green line over there. If you actually go to view, then come all the way down and go to snapping manager here. Make sure enable snapping is on, and that will allow you to move things, so you get that sort of like midline, sort of like horizontal, vertical line, so you can line things up quite nicely. It's quite a nice thing to have on. If you're looking to do like sort of like more intricate details, sometimes it's nice to actually have that off. The first things first, guys, you want to make sure this panel is curved. So click onto the Twitch panel Discord so it's selected on the right over here. Let's actually delete that one. We don't actually need that one anymore. Click on the corner tool. Now you're going to see here it's going to turn into active. I believe this is what they call active corners. By all means, guys, I'm no pro on design software, so do forgive me if I used the wrong words. I want you to click and drag, so you grab everything like that, and you've selected all 4 corners. Now, while you've still got this tool selected, just drag one of the corners and do like this, and you're going to see we make that rounded curve effect. You could go for like an oval shape if you want to. You could go for more of a just a little curve, but today I'm going to share how I made mine. So I've got like just a slight curve. It looks a little bit like that. Not perfect, but I think that's pretty close. So that's how you make, you know, the first artboard. Now, to make multiple copies of this, you want to press Alt and Shift on your keyboard and just click the panel first, Alt and Shift, and you can drag it along so you've got multiple copies of that artboard, so we can go back on these and actually make copies of them later on. Okay, nice and simple. Nice and simple. So I've actually got a few things already designed on my assets page over here that I'm actually going to be using for the video today. So I've already got a I've already got a Discord logo that I've already designed and sort of like colored myself. I've also got here a bit of text that I've put joined from my previous panel. Now, to do the text as I did, I literally just made a text box, drag it, you know, write Discord, for example, go to your fonts and just change it to whatever font you wish, and then that's how you do your text. Nice and simple. I've just got mine as Monsterrat, I believe it is. And we're going to be using that today. Now, obviously, when you look at my Twitch panels, I've got a sort of like a white background on mine. So what you're going to want to do, guys, is go to the rectangle tool on the toolbar over here. Go over to your actual panel and just draw a nice little square over it. Make sure that the edges come right up and close to it. So you've only got the sort of curved edge inside of the actual square itself. I've actually just moved that. Let me move that back. Just like that. And let's make this square black, just so we can actually get a bit of an understanding of it. Now, we're going to want to add a stroke, which is basically an outline to the square. If we were to do that right now, you wouldn't actually see the stroke because the actual black rectangle itself isn't curved like the artboard. So what we need to do again is we need to actually go onto the move tool over here, drag the, make sure that you've got the black box selected and click the corner tool again. Select all 4 corners like we did originally and just drag this in, and you'll see we can now drag the black box in. So make sure you just get that sort of as good as you can, really. That's how I did this. This is how I did it. I'm probably sure there's an easier way of doing that, but as you can see, that's how it looks now. Now, literally, to get the sort of white border that you can see, all you need to do is come up to the stroke here and click white. You can choose whatever color you wish. I obviously used white. And if you click over to here with the width for the stroke, you can literally add this up and down. So you can literally have like a really big border if you want. So I added a really thin border, so let's just sort of get it like that, I guess. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. Actually looks kind of really good. That looks neat. I'm proud of myself. So what you need to do next, guys, is you need to actually find a picture that you want to add onto the Twitch panel itself. So if I go back to my original artboard, I'm actually going to go get a picture that I've already got. So there's actually 2 websites you can use out there, guys, for sort of stock images. So you can actually use for like royalty-free, copyright-free pictures. And that's artgrid.io and Pixabay. I actually used Pixabay here to find this image that I'm going to currently use for the Discord that I already use on my panels today. So with this image, I've just downloaded it and I've added it to my artboard, and I'm basically just going to copy and paste by doing Control-C. And I'm going to take it over here and basically just copy and paste it onto this one. So if you've got the Twitch panel selected, it will just literally paste the picture onto your panel. Now you can see that we've lost the black background and we've lost the stroke already. So literally all we can see is the picture in the frame. So all we need to do, guys, is come over to the picture here that you've got selected. By the way, if you have the panel selected, you'll see the arrows actually facing down. If you click upwards, it will get rid of everything that's within that panel. So if you click that arrow, it will show everything you have within that panel. Just drag this picture down into the curve section, and you can see now that we've got the white stroke back with the picture behind it, so it actually stands out that little bit more. Just makes the panel look a little bit neater, a bit nicer. So all I'm going to do now, guys, is the Discord logo that I've actually got designed beforehand and the text here. I'm just going to drag that onto the panel as well. Just going to add that sort of like in the center. I'm also going to add the join text just in here, just like that. My OCD, I think that's okay. Now, there's one thing that I can definitely say about the panel. It looks good. We've got the picture there, we've got the logo, and we've got the text, and we've got the border. So like I said, less is more. But the join really blends in with that lighting of that picture. So what I did was I actually added another image of the black rectangle and actually then just transparent it out a little bit so we could actually get a bit more of a differentiation, if that makes sense. So go to your rectangle tool on the side here again and just draw yourself another square. Now, to make this actually easier, you probably could have just copy and pasted the original black rectangle that you had. That probably would have been a smarter move, but I didn't do that today. So we're just going to do this. We're going to go to the corner tool again. We're going to select the Twitch panel and we're going to collect all the corners, and then we're just going to move the corners in. No, we're not going to do that. Control Z. Control Z actually undoes any mistakes that you do, guys. I had the whole panel selected then, as you saw. All I needed to select then was the actual new black the rectangle itself. So I'm going to bring this rectangle in, just so it's exactly the same shape as what we had before. Click the move tool so we come back to it. And I'm just going to add this and change the... Let's just give this like a 50 transparency, I reckon. Just like that. So you can already see that we've got the panel there. It looks a lot better, but it's also got the black transparency over the border. So all we need to do is add the curved box here and add it to this one. So now the stroke from the original artboard stands out. You can see that the Discord logo and the text stand out just that little bit more. But for me, I don't like the bright colors from the picture. I like it to be black and white. So if we go back over to here and actually click the image itself, and then go down to adjustments just here and actually click on black and white. And instantly, I don't need to change anything. It's changed the image to black and white. I can just click X off here now. You can actually play around with the colors there with the sliders to see if you want to mix it around a little bit. Add more colors, add less color, add some saturation, stuff like that. On the adjustments page, you've got loads of options to pick from. So yeah, guys, that's the Twitch panel. That's legit how I made the Twitch panels. I think that's how the easiest way of doing it. I'm not sure if I did any longer routes that I could have maybe changed and done some shortcuts, but that didn't take me that long, really, that at all. You saw how easy that really was. But just remember, guys, when you're making your panels, I can't stress enough, you've got to make sure that your width is actually by 320, and the height, like I said, you can play around with it a little bit. If you don't make the width 320, and obviously you design a Twitch panel on like a 1920 by 1080 artboard, if you were then to add that to your Twitch panels, everything you've designed on that panel is just going to get cramped into a width of 320, and you're going to see nothing. It's going to be so pixelated and overlapping, it ain't going to look good. So make sure you do the artboard correctly first, and that's how you know you're going to get a really good image. Now, I did Alt and Shift on the panels already, so you can obviously see the shape. You can actually already do that to obviously the one you've already made. So if you put Alt Shift again and drag it over, you'll get an absolute replica of what you've done already. So if you were to really keep it keep your life simple and literally just change the image, you could literally just click the logo, click delete, just change the text. So say for example you're doing a Twitter one, just add Twitter like so. I've actually got a Twitter icon just here that I could drag over like that. You drag the Twitter one over make the text. I mean, the text actually needs to be in bold. because my OCD there. That looks much better. And then obviously, guys, you'd go over to, you know, over here. You can see that you've got Twitch Panel 1 and Twitch Panel 2. So make sure you rename them so you don't get confused. So if I just name that Twitch Panel now, and click off it, you'll see you've got 2 different ones over here. So just click the Twitter panel artboard, go into the arrow, go back into the actual main bit, and you can literally click the picture and delete it, add a new picture in, and boom, within like, what, 2 minutes, you've got yourself a Twitter panel and a Discord panel, and you can repeat this process for doing it like your Instagram, your Facebook, or whatever you wish to advertise on your Twitch. It's entirely up to you guys. Entirely up to you. I hope that was really useful for you guys. I'm not sure how this is actually even going to look when I go back and edit this, because I haven't made a tutorial video. Blah, blah, blah. Let me actually get my words out properly. I haven't made a tutorial video quite like this. It's my first time doing it. Honestly, I've just realized I've spelled Twitter wrong as well. Like, that's actually amazing. Have I spelled Twitter wrong? Has it got 1 T? Has it got 2 T's? I don't actually remember. I can't actually remember. Let me check. Yeah, I've just checked. It's got 2 T's. So let's just add that there and pretend that nothing happened, guys. Let's just, yeah, cool. I've spelled it correctly. But yeah, that's the video, guys. I think it's Twitch panels, like I say. Let's actually go back to the camera scene here so you can see my big face on the big screen. So guys, there you have it. That is how I made the Twitch panels myself. Like I already said at the beginning of the video, this is not my sole idea. It was just me stepping out of my comfort zone to see if I can actually be good with a tutorial and to see if anybody wants any more videos. And if you have found this useful and if you've liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. You can obviously watch me on Twitch throughout the week. I normally stream at 12 PM GMT time. I will put the link of that in the description box below also. Feel free to drop me a follow, ask me any questions, and feel free to tune in with the community, because it's getting good right now. We're growing, guys, and it's honestly awesome. It's absolutely awesome. And with that, guys, I say one thing: stay fancy. See you in the next video. What up, Prime Pack? How we doing? If you're new to the channel, you're probably wondering what it's all about. Let's have a look. Chat, last game of the evening. No. Ah! My name is Sean and I'm a content creator, and obviously, guys, I'm a streamer on Twitch. You stubbed your toe on stream.